That was then the Gambinos, the Castellanos, the Gottis, gangsters, tough guys. Movies were made about being Italian and in the mob. My favorite movie scene of all time, Paul Cicero slicing garlic with a razor blade just the right way inside his jail cell. Now, this is now Jersey Shore, Mikey, The Situation, Paulie D, Ronnie. They got a scoreboard for the female conquest. Has the Italian-American image changed from bad boy to pretty boy? Let's ask Big Paulie Cicero, a.k.a. Paul Sorvino himself. What about it? This whole Jersey Shore, I mean, I'm half Italian. I'm proud to be Italian. I'm not sure I am when I watch that show.
I don't know what makes you say that. What's wrong with that?
I mean, like...
No, the fact of the matter is, my family is noble. And so, you know, I come from a family of aristocrats with our coat of arms going back to 1150. So I'm not the person to ask about this. I was a kind of a closet intellectual, reading poetry and doing art when all the guys were fighting and doing all that stuff in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn. So I really was kind of hiding my true nature for many years. So that, you know, because I was a big guy, 6'3". I'm supposed to be a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy. I'm tough if they want to hurt her. I'll take them apart. But other than that, I'm not a tough guy.
But one other thing that you were doing and that you treated to us just a few seconds ago, opera singer.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you.
Can you sing more?
Sola tua paura, l'amore non lucide, da vita guarda dormi ogni cosa.
All right. Oh, my goodness. The bar got silent. Wow.
Thank you. What are you up to these days?
I'm up to, I've always been a businessman. I was a rather prominent ad man at the time I ran an agency. And so even though I'm an actor, as everybody knows pretty much, I'm also in business, a company called Janson Beckett, which I am co-owner of with Ian Strassler, my partner. The reason is weird. You say, why are you in the cosmeceutical business? What's that about? You know, tough guys, yeah.
That's not to me like
some borax on your face and that's enough, you know. You got some babo, put it on there. No, the fact is that he approached me, and through my daughter, Amanda, said, would you do something for the company? I said, you know, I don't believe in this kind of stuff, okay? He said, all right, can I send you the product? I said, sure, that's fine. After 2 or 3 days, when I saw the crow's feet go away and I saw this, I said, hello, what is in this stuff?
Yeah.
And we started to talk, and I decided to invest and become, and so we're partners now. And
I
that's
want
what I'm
some.
doing.
Yeah, by the way,
no, not yet. In a couple of years. Although it's very good preventative.
Paul, you look great. Any
I'm 71 years old.
You look fantastic.
Wow,
Any scripts on the future?
great.
Anything you like?
I'm preparing something called Lear, which is based on King Lear, which is it's an American story. It's like Cornelius Vanderbilt Lear and the robber barons of 1905 in Newport, Rhode Island. And so it's the text of Lear, somewhat cut down. I'll be in it. My daughter will be in it. We have the great, we have Hellboy, you know, Ron Perlman. We have Vittorio Storaro, the great, you know, cinematographer. We have a lot of wonderful people in this. It's going to be a beautiful movie. And Mira, my daughter, is playing Cordelia. I'm playing Lear, of course. And we would be hoping to start this September, October.
Now, do you have a studio backing you? Because we've done stories about some of the studios are in trouble.
No, this is going to be independently financed.
Really? How's that going?
Because this is the kind of movie that it's really, we're making an American story. It's not like Shakespeare, because we're not using English actors and what ho, Provencio. None of that. It's going to be people saying, but Gloucester, the kind father would with his daughter speak. So it's an American thing, American actors, general American speech with big-time emotions. It hasn't been done before.
Wow.
They haven't done Shakespeare with actors who work from inside and also speak naturally. It's been all this, you know. Yes, may the crown have a word. And I'm trying to do something that is very different and I believe will work beautifully.
Walk us through how that project comes to fruition. Like,
well,
I was in. Come from? Where did you find the script?
Well, I was in Lear when I was 33, which was a huge mistake, trying to play a man of 80 years old. But I learned a lot about how to do it, because I was awful on opening night, and all the critics said so. They said this really good actor doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So it's good for a young fighter to fall on his can in a few fights, you know, to understand what this really is supposed to be. I did a great deal of study, hours and hours a day. By the time 4 or 5 weeks had gone down, I was rather good. even though I was wrong for the role at that age. And it set me going on how Lear must be done. It took me 20 years, and I figured out a way to take the curse off it, because there's all kinds of scholarship that says Lear can't be done because why is he going crazy? I figured out the way to fix it. And so I think people will love this movie. And so we're in the opening stages.
We're going to wrap, but I just want to, maybe our chatters can let us know. I want to see it in a gangster movie. I don't want to see it as Lear.
I know that. Everybody wants, you know, the funny thing is...
Hey, Jimmy, hey, Vinny.
I know. Hey, Vinny, let me ask you a question, all right?
I'll give you what you know, all right? I need it.
All right, let me ask you a question, all right? This is what you want to see.
This
is my legacy.
That's yes,
In the meantime,
I hate to say it, Paul, but he's
I'm
right.
a sculptor and a painter and a poet.
No,
all right?
We're not interested in any of that.
Actually, I am.
Just
So when are we going to see it? What's the answer?
Hopefully within a year and a half when it's done.
All right. By the way, folks, Paul...
Right here.
What better TV than this, you guys? What better TV?
Oh, you're happy hour.
God bless you, man.
But by the way, Paul Sorvino is going to stick around because he's going to be our guest judge in today's So You Think You're an Entrepreneur. We're going to take advantage of him now that he's here.
We got the judge
That's okay
in chat.
with you, right?
Oh, yes, my dear.
Also
Anywhere where you are,
entrepreneur.
that's okay with me.